Today, we're diving into a really fascinating and pretty unusual attempt to find a hidden mathematical layer inside a sacred text.
I mean, it's a bold question, right? But it's the entire premise of this unique project that claims to have found exactly that, a divine numerical blueprint connecting the lives of the prophets. Okay, so let's get into it.
So, we are stepping into the world of an author named Ibrahim Mott, and let me tell you, his quest is nothing short of ambitious. The work we're exploring is called The Appointment with Yusuf, and it's this incredibly intricate analysis that tries to show a perfect, almost pre-programmed harmony in the Quran's stories, all seen through the lens of numbers. And get this, the project isn't just one book, it's actually two. You've got one that's all poetry, and another that's a detailed explanation in prose. But they're both laser-focused on the exact same goal, to decode what the author believes is a divinely designed system hidden in plain sight. So, how in the world do you even start to build a system like this? Well, the author lays out a very specific toolkit. It's all built on one core idea and a few key numbers. Everything, and I mean everything, starts with the concept of Tawhid, the absolute oneness of God. For the author, this is way more than just a belief. He sees it as a mathematical principle. The thinking goes like this. If God is one, then his creation, the Quran, must reflect that perfect unity with a flawless, harmonious structure. And to reveal this structure, to actually prove it, he develops what he calls a pentagon system. It's a whole framework that hinges on a few crucial numbers that he claims pop up again and again throughout the Quran story. The first and most foundational number is, you guessed it, 5. The pentagon, with its 5 sides, becomes the basic building block for every single analysis he does. Each story gets broken down into 5 key elements, whether they're thematic or numerical. And then, this building block expands. The author's core formula becomes 5 times 5, which equals 25. Now, here's the first big aha moment for the author. 25 is the exact number of prophets who are explicitly named in the Quran. He sees this as a huge connection. And the final key number in the system is 114. If you're familiar with the Quran, you'll know that's the total number of chapters, or surahs. The author plugs this number into his calculations to argue that the stories of the prophets are mathematically woven into the very fabric of the entire book. To present all his findings, the author is incredibly consistent. Each chapter in his book follows the exact same 5-part structure, which, of course, mirrors his pentagon framework. It starts with an intro, moves to a poem, then an explanation, then comes the numerical analysis, and it all wraps up with a spiritual lesson. It's a really methodical approach. Okay, so that's the theory, that's the big idea, but how does it actually work in practice? Let's take a look by using the book's own title character as our case study, the prophet Yusuf, or Joseph, as he's known in the Judeo-Christian tradition. The author sets the stage with this line from his own poem, and right away he highlights 2 things, a number, 27, and a theme, patience. This becomes the ground floor for his entire analysis of Yusuf's life. So here's a peek at how he connects the dots. He starts with the fact that Yusuf is mentioned 27 times. Then he links Yusuf's defining trial, the famous dream, to the number 7. From there, the math kicks in. He'll do calculations like 7 times 7 to create links to other verses. He even connects Yusuf back to the main framework with 5 times 27. According to him, it's all this intricate web of numerical synchronicity designed to prove a much deeper connection. And this really gets to the heart of the author's claim. For him, these numbers are not a coincidence. He argues they are hard proof that Yusuf's story was intentionally, divinely designed as this profound lesson on patience, and that the lesson is literally encoded into the text itself. So this brings us to the bigger picture. You have to ask, why go to all this trouble? What is the author trying to achieve with this massive undertaking? Well, in the book's epilogue, the author is very clear about his goals. It's about showing what he sees as the Quran's mathematical perfection. It's about reinforcing that core concept of divine unity, that Tawhid. And ultimately, it's about giving readers a whole new way to reflect spiritually and learn from the lives of the prophets. So at the end of the day, this isn't meant to be just another academic or theological commentary. The author is presenting his work as something more. He calls it a spiritual blueprint for faith, like a map designed to help believers navigate their faith by revealing a hidden divine order. And that leaves us with a final thought. Regardless of what you make of this specific numerical system, the project itself points to a timeless human impulse, this deep, deep quest to find patterns and order in the world around us. So it begs the question, what does this search for hidden codes in ancient texts really reveal about our own very personal search for meaning?